morning, happy new month once more. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's another beautiful day. How are you guys doing? Yes, my beautiful people, thank you for joining. As you come in, please like the video first. Thing to do is to like this video. We are going to be discussing together and speaking out our mind on some things that is happening. So thank you for joining. As you come in, please like the video while we share and wait for others to join us. Oh, Bronson, thank you for being the first. Waiting. Oh my God. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. I'm trying to share my video, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining this video. Let's digest. Let's talk, oh my people. I want to join. I want other people. Please, as you come in, like the video, my people. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Yes. Happy new month. Please like the video as you come in. Like the video. Go to that dot by the edge of your phone and please click on like of this video. Okay. Please like the video for us. Let's start. Guys. Oh, a lot happening, and women keep quiet when things are happening. So I'm going to be talking about domestic violence and a man that shot the wife and what women are passing through naturally in their marriage, where we have clowns, men that are, when we say he goods, in disguise, pretends. So we have this man that shot his wife after 15 years of marriage. Shot the wife. What could be the reason? He has been molesting the wife, and they have 4 good children together. 15 years of marriage. So that when people are coming to brag on marriage, when things happen, people will learn. You don't brag. You don't brag if you're in marriage. You keep praying for the best. You don't see another person's own so bad that your own is so good. You don't. As I'm going to be talking, we are also going to be interacting, all of us, one-on-one. From 5 something. We are going to be interacting with my people. You know, people carry this marriage. They carry it as if that is the highest thing a woman achieves. That is not the highest thing. The highest thing you achieve is you being able to stand on your own as a woman and care for your kids. That is the highest thing you can achieve, because you cannot predict a man. So, a man has been molesting the wife, and the wife, time to time, will go and report. Sometimes the woman will feel reluctant going to report the husband because of their children. But little did she know that keeping quiet will end her life. They had 4 kids together. And you know, when people complain about something, when they go to report, sometimes when it has to do with couples, you hear people saying that they don't want to put mouths in husband and wife matter, which is a very wrong thing, because the mouth people did not want to put, later when something happens, they will now put mouths. They will now be the one to start, you know, announcing that thing. But when the lady was reporting, they did not take it serious, especially the police force. Because when people want to report something, you know, they will go through the police force to report. And when you go, they will not take it serious until when something has happened. So it's high time people take, or the police take all these things important. It's high time the police takes all these things important. I'm just going to be putting a short clip voice note for you people to listen. Then we'll now talk about it. So I'll see where for us to deliberate on it.
The bullets killed her instantly, but the most shocking thing of all was that at the time of the shooting, she was holding their baby in her arms.
We can tell you one of those children, according to the sheriff, was actually being held by his mother when her husband shot and killed her.
If just one of the...
I'm going to be analyzing this, and we're going to be discussing together. The husband is the one that shot the wife, and this wife was holding a baby in the hand, and this is 15 years of marriage. This is a woman that have given birth to 4 good children for a man. Even if that man was so angry, the wife have done him something that he could not bear. Seeing that woman holding their small baby in the hand, what kind of heart will that man have to, you know, point gun directly on the woman that was holding your baby? And he shot her, and the lady fell with the baby, still holding the baby, blood all over, and the baby was screaming. Guys, I listened to this story, and I was like, this is something that many people pass through a lot. And because of children, those that have children, they will feel that because of my children, I cannot let go. Because of my children, I will not, you cannot pack your children and leave the house, or you cannot distance yourself from the man, and the man keeps on pounding you, beating you, molesting you, making you feel inferior, making you feel not wanted. I'm talking about, this is a lady that has given birth to the man. Now, this story has it that this lady, at the point of their marriage, the man has always been, behaving, beating, domestic violence. He is so cruel that he hits her at every moment. Every moment he hits her. And the question now is, why is it that the men, when they are angry, they tend to always hit their wife? They tend to always beat their wife. They tend to always punch their wives. Why is it like that? Is there no better way for a man to act or react when he's angry than you physically bullying your wife. Then this one now, a woman that has even given birth to children, and you're seeing the children. Is it a painful thing for a woman to give birth to children, and you will see the children and you'll be happy that this is your own child, but you'll still be beating the woman? Why do you men beat their wives? What will be the cause? What will be triggering them? So guys, when I listened to this story, I was like, okay, we're going to be reading people's reaction. Before we read the people's reaction, let me still continue to play this clip a little bit before we now read how people reacted to that incident.
Bullets had missed Takara. There is no question that the baby would have been killed. Takara's lifeless body dropped to the floor, with the screaming baby still clutched in her arms, as if she were still protecting him, even after the horrific act that had rendered her dead. Greg stashed the gun back away, turned, and left the property before the NCIS agent returned, and
the main thing is that the husband was the one that shoots. You remove gun, you shoot your wife. No human sympathy. No atom of, oh, that's my baby she's holding. Would we call that there is no love at all in marriage anymore? Or people just marry just to go into marriage? But there is no strange attached like love. They just marry you, a woman. They want you to come and be baby factory. Come and born. Come and give birth. When you give birth, then we'll know that you've given birth. A man cannot on his own say, oh, this is the mother of my children. There's nothing like that. They don't even value the women. So the man's name was Greg and the wife's name is Cora and Dokora. And me, on my own, I was like, okay, let us talk first. If someone wants to go into marriage now, you just go in because you want to go in. Because you're not going in anymore for love. Because what you feel is love now. After 4 years, 5 years, some say after 1 year, you now start seeing the real man that was being hidden all this while, which you never knew. You now start seeing that, I cannot believe my eyes what I'm seeing. Is this the person I met and I got married to? You'll be thinking so many things. So now, it will now give, with all this things happening, it will now give some women this mindset of, let's just get married. If a man comes to say, oh, I love you, you say, you love him too. Let's play it along. I think that is what is happening now. So people's reaction now on this incident, seeing the man shooting the wife, it's how they caught this man. After shooting the wife, he ran. He ran to his, I think his own mother's side. He left the venue, but thank God that there was CCTV camera around that place that could spot what happened and when the man shot the wife and how the wife fell on the floor with the baby screaming. Someone else said, reactions of Ethan. People reacted, and in the reactions you will get a lot of advice. A lot of advice. This one said, this was my friend. I watch a lot of crime stories and shows like I am obese and never thought I would be watching a story about someone I know. She didn't deserve this. Those babies didn't deserve this. She was such a light in the world. God rest your soul, baby girl. Let me continue. Let me read other reactions. So this one said, when you see a man hit you once, hits you twice, hits you thrice, don't wait. Run for your dear life, because it might end up you losing your life. That is what the other one said. The other one said, people are reacting, and you know that women are always the victims here. Women are always the victims in this thing, because hardly do women kill a man, but it's men that most times you hear that a man has, killed the wife, the man has, shot the wife, so many atrocity being committed. This one said, what a cold-blooded husband, has no compassion and love for his children. Married for 15 years. My condolence goes out to her family. I am now even wondering, those children being alive to know that it is their own father that shot their mom dead. I'm just imagining it, that those children now will be alive and know that it's their dad that shot their mom dead. This one said, once a man hits you once, divorce him and leave your children. Live with your children. I can never ever have kids again for a man that hits me. R.I.P. to the dead. He don't go. 1, 2, 3 now, the man don't end the woman's life. Her life have been cut short, and her children now, the marriage that she was protecting, the marriage that she was trying to, protect her husband, she was trying to be in the home. Now, she's no more, and the 4 children are there. The last baby that she was even holding in her hand was just about 1 year old when that man holding the baby in the hand, and the man still saw the baby in the wife's hand and still pointed gun. Honestly, no compassion at all. No compassion at all. Even if this lady now, where I am now going to is, when people take matters to go and report, when they go and tell the police that this is what is happening, police, instead of coming in at first, they would overlook it and say, it's family crisis, it's family matter. We don't judge family matter. But when it gets to do with murder, the police will now come in. According to the story, that this lady have been complaining, going to report, but they never took it serious, because they felt it was just husband and wife, maybe quarrel and fight. But as this lady died now, the police came out and started doing unnecessary investigation, because that is medicine after death. Because that time that this lady came to report, I felt that they would have invited the man, question him, and tell him never to raise the hand on the wife. Then if they were going to separate peacefully, they would have separated peacefully without the lady being dead. But because the police never even intervened, and the man, I think, here, was he a military person? I think he's a military person. And maybe because he was a military person, maybe that's why they would not want to intervene. But now that he shot the wife dead, the police now started looking for him. They started running after him. And that is where people were like, this lady have been complaining, this lady have been complaining, this lady have been complaining, but you people never took action. They never took any action about it. Okay, I think the man was a Navy, because this one said, I believe Greg acted this way because his Navy career would have been over with the abuse allegations. Now, those places haven't shot the wife, he ran. So they had to trace him, track him, and went with police van where he was surrounded with police. By this time now, when he saw police, he now was in his car. They asked him to come down. You know, they've already used police vehicle to block him. They asked him to come down from the car. Coming down, at first, he never wanted to come down. So they had to force him out. As they forced him out, he started firing. He started firing the police to escape. And the police still pursued him. Me now, I'm now wondering, this act of them now going after him, after he had shot the wife, why did they not make that move at first? That is for the negligence of police, negligence of maybe authorities. When they complain something that has to do with husband and wife, people will say, no, leave them. Husband and wife matter, they know they put mouth. Husband and when it has to do with violence, they're supposed to come in to address it. Now this one said, they should not have closed the case. I know too well about domestic violence. My first husband used to beat me, and that was in 1970. He beat me so bad. Sin is skipping fast. He beats me so bad. Oh, that is not skipping. Hold on, guys. Oh. Let me remove this thing so that's oh, that comment skipped. Okay, while I'm I don't like the way this thing is skipping now. I wanted reading that comment because it was a long one. Okay, let's read another one. I said, ladies, if in this situation, secretly record the abuse and make sure the police take you seriously. That is correct. Make sure the police take you seriously. Secretly recording the demons who do these sort of things would also ensure your kids are never alone with them when you leave the relationship. Showing the abuse will also make sure his access to the children is supervised. Therefore, you do not have to deal with him personally. After you leave, do not have kids or many kids with an abuser. I think many victims believe pregnancy would protect them from the abuse, but it's a Sodom. It can never protect you from abuse. That is very, very correct. Very, very correct. Pregnancy can never protect you from any abuse. This one said, self-love is everything. She could have gone into a self-house with her kids a long time. That she would have gone into a self-house and maybe getting her own house with her kids a long time ago. You can't report abuse and still with the person who we believe. When he came and saw an empty house, he would have gotten together. She wasn't taking it serious. Expose kids to abuse is not good. They grow feeling is the right behavior to allow. May she find peace and the kids grow in a loving environment. Rest in peace. This one now, the children can never, those children will be wild. The mentality alone that, oh, this man brought out a gun and faced it on their mother, and before you know, their mother's lifeless body was lying on it. Those kind of kids will always grow. It will take only God. It will take only God to remove a kind of violence life from those children, especially the ones that were boys. It will take God. We don't pray for so. Women, every day things are happening, things are happening. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. If a man does not want you and he starts showing you, because a man that loves you will not be showing you unnecessary attitude, will not be complaining at everything you do, will not even maybe be taking you as a point of deliberation to maybe family, or will not even want you to lament. A man that cherishes his wife will always adore the wife, respect the wife, and the wife will in turn love the man. So women, we are learning every day. This one says she should have taken her children and left her husband if she was so afraid for her life. Yes, if she was so afraid for her life, she would have done that. She would have done that. This one says, what do men get out of abusing their spouse? I don't know how people go to bed with someone that abused them. Very, very important. How you go to bed with someone that abused you. I would lose all feelings for the creep. Yes, now 6 kids and tours of abuse. Is it too much work to be loving and caring? God help us women. God will help us women. Oh, amen. God will help us women. Oh. Now this one said, now there is few babies out there with no mother and father. Doesn't seem fair. The children now are not having. Okay, after the police ran after the man was shooting, so them now to get hold of him, they had to shoot, and shooting, the bullet penetrated his body and he fell also. So by the time they went close to him, blood was all over his body, and the man also passed away. So this now made the children turn to orphan immediately. Automatically, they are now orphans. How will those children cope? How will they survive? What is going to be their fate in life now? What will be the trauma that will be ringing in their brain? All this because of domestic violence. And to me, if the woman had left and reported that this is why I'm leaving, and live with her children, she will still be alive. She will still be alive. I feel for the children who are left without parents, all because the police who are supposed to save and protect did the opposite. She should have left him the first time he hit her. I pray that her family can somehow find comfort in this tragedy. The police that they've been going to report that they did not take it serious. The police now are now taking it serious. Why would they take it serious now? Why would they take it serious? Why do they have to take it serious now that the woman is gone? So this professional didn't think that another NCIS senior agent wouldn't find out that he was the subject of an investigation, either from illegally accessing information pertaining to him. As in, him now was thinking they would not find out that they're talking about the husband now, himself, or just a booty wanting to give him a head up. That's ridiculous. An internal affairs team for a different area should have gotten taxed with this type of accusation case. Everybody now is rising up. Everybody now is rising up to act, when the time they would have acted would have been from the first time that lady came to complain and the second time that lady came to complain about this thing. The police, this one said, the police dropped the ball, not investigating the first time she reported him. Due to their lack of action, children have lost their mother and witnessed her death. God forbid. God forbid us to see this kind of thing happening to any of our family members, any of us. God forbid. Another person commented and said, the thing has been raising attention and people are not happy about the whole incident and are even asking, why would the man do like that? This one reacted and said, finally, more attention is being directed towards law enforcement. Incompetence as biased in protecting domestic violence victims, especially when it involves a female victim and another alleged cop or military member. Very correct. When it has to do with any military member or police or uniformed person, they seem to overlook it, which is not supposed to be so. Which is not supposed to be so, because any military person or police or a uniformed person that is involved in domestic violence is supposed to be dealt with, because they are the one who is even supposed to protect the citizens. They seem to gaslight the victims and not take seriously the danger this victim face. Being a decent, competent, compassionate, and honorable police officer is becoming so rare. Very, very. Being a decent, competent, compassionate, and honorable police officer is becoming so rare. I support that. That's what is happening. And those who honorable become judged and negatively affected by this toxicity in many police departments may be implementing qualified immunity, as well as requiring police officers to be more educated and required mental health support, would wield at the bad cops. This person have said a lot here defining what is happening in the police section, which is true. Because if a military person or a uniformed person or a police officer is involved in a domestic violence, people will not want to react. They'll feel that, okay, it's a uniformed person. Whereas this uniformed person molesting a civilian is supposed to be looked into. They're not supposed to overlook it. Now, the man being a military person, he has removed his gun and used his power to bring down his wife. If not that the cops on the process of trying to hold him had shot him, maybe he would have later come out, give one or two excuses, and he will still be moving freely because he's a uniformed man. So that should not be encouraged. Women, when you see things that will take your life, please leave. Leave. This one said, both individuals were born and raised in my hometown of Ilions. He was an abuser and a cheater and hated to be confronted. Yes, now, abusers and cheaters, they are always very, very, they are even the one to react first. They are the one to react first, because when you ask them question, guilty conscience, they want to react so that you don't ask them. They want to display so that you don't ask them. So before you know, they'll start bullying you. He was a cheater and hated to be confronted, and that his wife wanted out, so he offered her instead of counting his loss that he created. The military protected his abuser instead of taking the right action. She was my neighbor before we moved to Texas. Rest in peace, baby girl. Greg was from a loving big family. He didn't want his wife to leave and get half and possibly ruining his career, and he gave up her life. He didn't want her to run his career, but he was ready to take her life. Can you see how people are? See how people are. See how it is now that after 15 years, this lady now has lost her life, and her children are now orphans. Sirat, hi. Larry Smash, hi. Thank you for joining. Please like the video as you're coming in. Like the video. This one said, this is what happened when police wait first. First, the tragedy happens so they can do something that's not right. They should do something before these things happen. Yes. I also said that the police are supposed to be, when they bring in any domestic violence issue, they are supposed to act immediately. They are supposed to act immediately. Another person said, this is so heartbreaking. I pray that God gives this whole family comfort and strength during this difficult time. The Antichrist spirit is very much alive, and you can tell by all the evils being done all over the world. For we wrestle not against the flesh and the blood, yes, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. My dear people, so many things is happening, oh. So many things is happening. We will beg women to always know that if you're in a domestic violence house and you see that this thing, you are trying to change a man and he's not changing, my dear, look for your life first. Look for how to save yourself first. Look for how to pack your children and leave that house. Be in a safe hand. Don't think that when you leave the man, your life will be cut short. It will not be cut short. Rather, you will live long and be happy. So you have to protect yourself as a woman. You really need to protect yourself as a woman in anything you're doing. Because a man who hits a woman, abuses you, is ready for anything. And when a man starts doing that, just so that he has a woman outside who he's loving. So you give him space so that you save your life and be happy and live for yourself and your children. You live for yourself and your children. Even neighbors were complaining that the man normally does that. The man does that. And you know that those kind of men will not even want neighbors to come inside their house and tell him, oh, this thing you're doing is bad. Those kind of men, they will always want to look for excuses. Those kind of men that when they go out, cheat and come back and you confront them, it turns to problem. So they will be the first to start. They'll be the first to start the problem so that you don't question them. So when you see all those kind of acts from men, you just have to save yourself. Save yourself embarrassment. Save yourself from a man killing you. Save yourself for living for your children. Because when you are no more, nobody can take care of your children the way you're supposed to take care of your kids. They will only try. People will only try their best to make sure the children are okay. But that motherly love will not be there anymore. It will not be there. So I just want us to know that anything we are doing, love, marriage is to be enjoyed. Not the one that they say you are enduring and they are pounding you, beating you, disfiguring your face, and the man will still go out to meet another woman and sit down and still eat and wine with that person. But when he comes home, he's pounding you. So you have to give that kind of man space. Live for your children. Live the life that you will be alive to care for your kids. That is what I'm telling all women now. And the government, whether police force, whatever force, they should always take issues serious when it starts, not when the deed has been done. Then everybody will now start doing investigation. That is medicine after death. So my beautiful people, I just decided I don't want this live streaming to be long. I said, let me share this because evil, the world is evil. Evil husbands everywhere. Only few men that respect and love their wife genuinely. So as we are day by day hearing Don't wait for it to happen to you, so that your own too will not come and enter news for people to celebrate as we are deliberating this lady now, that Dokora that is no more, and she left 4 children. So beautiful people, thank you for joining me. This is UK Family Show. As you come in, like my video. Whenever we come in here, like our videos, please. And yes, by tomorrow morning we shall be discussing a different thing where we're going to be interacting. If you have a man and anything you want to do, instead of you and your spouse to communicate everything, the spouse must go and relate it to outsider. Husband and wife cannot communicate freely. They must relate it outsider. I want it to be an interaction section where we'll be discussing. Drop your opinion in that video. That will be the next video after this. So I will schedule a live streaming for that. So if you have experience on such, you come and drop your own experience in that live streaming. So thank you for coming. Join me when I'll be going for that live streaming tomorrow, so that we can deliberate and how it will help other people. So thank you. Please like the video as you come in. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's try to share to our women. It's sanitize the message for them, so that they will know that being in an abusive marriage is better. You are being laughed than being, cried for. It's better they laugh you than for people to come and be mourning you. Okay, when you are alive, when you're living your life, you be happy. It's better than when you are gone. So women, learn every day. Learn every day. We learn every day. Don't wait for you to be removed from the earth by a man that you got married to, or a man that you got a child for, who have not married you. You understand? Just because you want to stay in a relationship that you're not wanted, don't allow it. So thank you for joining me this morning. Happy New Month once more. I love you guys. Please like the video. We have how many likes here? Please like the video. Keep liking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One love to everyone. See you guys in my next video. I'm going to schedule the live streaming, so please on your notification down. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.